Good evening, good evening, everybody. It is the 5th of January 2020. We, of course, are back on DayZ in Livonia on the PlayStation 4 on the Scalespeeder Gaming private server. So let's have a look. We've got the place to ourselves. It's just us and a load of zombies, and a decision about where we're going to go next. So, what we're going to do, we're going to trundle over to the police station over here. We may well have a little drink of water, actually, because there is the water pump here. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's the water pump there. So let's just finish this off. Yum yum yum. We just you may remember we left off last night having had a rather fantastic meal of pig fat that we'd roasted on a fire. But we've kind of got a bit of a choice now. We'll take those pliers, I think. The problem we've got... Where did that zombie come from? Ooh. The problem we've got is we haven't actually got much storage space left. Let's have a look. Our hiking jacket is full, our jeans are full, and we've only got 19 spaces left in our backpack. As you can see, we've got loads of food. We've got a bottle of drink. So the problem I've got is if we go south and we start finding good stuff, are we going to just not have enough space? But then again, it'd be good to have a little bit of an adventure, wouldn't it, to go across the middle of the map. But then I don't want to get eaten by wolves. I don't know. I think what we've got to do is take the road south. So let's think about this. So yes, so if the water... Right, there's the water thing. So that means I'm on the left hand side. So we need to go left. So we go left and we follow the road left. Until we come to a little junction. It'd be nice if this rain would stop though. I mean, I tell you what I could do to warm up. This stuff's probably warm, isn't it? If I put some of this stuff in my backpack. So look. Yeah, this will help us to get warm, won't it? Yeah. Good. Right. Well, we might as well just go. So we follow this road this way, and we're going to head south. So the idea is that we're going to cut across going west. So we've got to go south for a bit, and then we're going to go west to eventually end up probably near our home base, which is all the way over the other side of the map, in Topolin. I shouldn't have really made my base there. But that's where it is. But we're good for food, we're good for drink, I'm pretty sure I've got chlorine tablets as well. Yeah. So that means we can purify any water that we find in rivers or streams and things like that. So they'll be very good when we're pushing south. Yeah, because they'll be good when we're pushing south. Going on because the idea is eventually to have enough equipment to safely take on a bear. That's what we want to do. We want to hunt down a bear and we want to eat a bear. Yes. But we've just been kind of built. Now I understand one of the Discord members, because we're on the private server, Moxie, has been very kind enough to do some improvements to my base. So the idea is that we can get over there. Ooh, now does this look right where I am now? Yeah, it does actually. So the road should curl round. Ah, here we go. We've got a signpost. We should see it curling round to the right. Which it does. Look at this. This is why Livonia is different. Yeah, you could imagine the zombie apocalypse. There would be makeshift roadblocks all over the place, wouldn't there? If there's anything in that bag. Oh, some more food. Never turn down food. Let's get rocking and rolling though. Let's get moving. Hi Claire, how are you doing? So, all we do now is we're just going to follow this road. How are my shoes doing actually? I should take a look at those. They're still pristine, so that's good. As I say, as far as energy goes, we've got enough food so we can really sprint for a long time. And as we start using up our energy reserves, we can drink, we can eat, we can keep a full stomach. So what we're looking for next is a junction, but it's quite a long way away, probably about 2 kilometers away. And then we can hang a kind of a right turn-ish. Should be a 4-way junction. And we can go up to a little military area. I guess it would be nice. I wouldn't mind finding some sort of tactical vest so I can carry more stuff. Tactical, a nice military jacket as well, because you can carry loads of stuff in those. And maybe even the really big military backpack. That would be good. Let's see what we can find. Get a bit of a move on. Weapon wise, we've just got the axe. I say just got the axe, one of the best weapons in the game. We've got the double barrel. God, this raid is coming down hard now. So what we can do is if we put some of the idea is you put cooked meat in your jacket so that it heats you up. I know, it sounds a bit crazy, doesn't it? But it works. Right, okay, so this could be the junction coming up here. So we are looking for... the road should kind of bend round to the left. And we're kind of... we don't want to take the first right, we want to take the second right. Right, okay, so... there's a road that goes up that way, which we don't want to take. We want to take this road here. And this should end up in a kind of a little military place. Military area, keep out. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. Thank god those zombies didn't see me. Look how many of them are there. That could have been game over before we even got started. Let's go around them. Right, there's another one there. That was a lot of zombies. Look at them all. Phew, we dodged the bullet then. We really dodged the bullet. I was thinking that, yeah, it's just a roadblock, there's not going to be many, but there's loads of military zombies. Okay, let's get out of here. So what we're expecting to see in probably about a kilometre is military base, really. Well, not military base, military barracks, a guardhouse, some military barracks, that sort of thing. Right, here we go. So what have we got here? Oh look, there's a radar dish over there. Right, so let me zoom in a little bit on my map so I can see exactly where we are. So, I wouldn't mind finding some military clothes, big military backpack. I guess there's probably going to be quite a few zombies. Right, here we go. Okay. Right, there's the guardhouse. Should really take this fella out, shouldn't we? Gloves I still need. Yeah, they're almost like they're not spawn points anymore, these watchtowers. Box 45 rounds. Have we got any 45? Already got some, haven't I? So, we've got some BDU pants. They look pretty damaged though. We've got a sewing kit. No, but we've got plenty of duct tape. So let's take our jeans off. Okay. So there's the right. Okay, yeah, we've got zombies galore. So we need to be reasonably careful now. Let's do these containers first. Let's do inside the guardhouse, rather prison. Well, some camo netting. I'm not carrying that back to my base, I tell you. Smoke grenade. Will that come in handy against a bear? Might confuse it. Might follow the smoke. That was the idea of smoke grenades, wasn't it? Against zombies and wildlife. Ah, gloves. Excellent. Although they're NBC gloves, so another smoke grenade. So we could really do with a tactical vest now to put all these little bits on. I'm sure we'll find something. But I'm definitely sure we're going to... There are so many zombies, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I can see at least 8 zombies. 9. We may have to do a little bit of zombie farming. I wonder if the best place to zombie farm is in here. Because you could close that door, they would come in and you could shoot them through those bars. Not sure. So that's where I want to go, over there. See if we can sneak round them. Okay, back in out of the rain. Frag grenade. Oh, very dangerous. We could do some damage with that, couldn't we, against those zombies? Could also kill ourselves. Right, where's the next barracks? There is the next barracks. Let's have a look. Right, what have we got in here? God, listen to that thunder outside. Another smoke grenade. I really need a tactical vest for all this ordnance we're picking up. What's that? A utility backpack. They do come in. Ooh, they do come in very handy. They do come in very, very handy. Okay, so we're probably full now. 30, 63. Yeah, we can't pick anything else up. I don't think I can't really carry that. Okay. Right. Let's see if we can avoid some more zombies. Good evening, Steve. Thank you for coming on to the stream. Just playing a little bit of DayZ on Livonia on the private server. Bit of PvE, or as Don Sibley would say, a PvE guarantee. Well, he would say a PvP guarantee, but... Jesus. What are you doing in there? Right, he's got a tactical vest on. Yes, thank God. We'll have that. Good. Right, so now we can equip a load of these grenades. Equip, 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 equip. Right, good. So it's giving us a little bit more space. What else have we got up here? Boxed 9 by 39. Don't think we really need that. Now, what are these? Wait, NBC gloves. No, we don't need those. Don't need a handheld transceiver. Hope everybody's had a nice weekend. Okay, well, I've got to say that was a little bit disappointing. We didn't really get anything. I mean, okay, I've got my trousers and I've got my tactical vest, so our ability to carry stuff has just gone up considerably. Right, so let's have a look at the I Survive map and decide where we can go next. Okay, so there is another barracks to the north. And there is a path leading west. So if we go north to where the road was, and then follow the road round to the right, there's another little barracks there. I tell you what, why don't we, while we're here, let's have some pork steak from that nice little piggy that we slaughtered yesterday. Roasted to perfection. Let's have a little bit of a drink as well, just to wash it down. Right. So I hear the rain stopping. Let's go this way and keep away from those nasty zombies. So we come out of here and then we turn left. These two bad boys. Don't you mind me, you carry on shambling around. Oh, there we go. So we follow this road now. Actually, how much have I got any spare shoes? I haven't, have I? So I do need to keep an eye on my shoes and then repair them with duct tape should I need. But they're still pristine though. That's good. Feels great to be on a new map now. Really kind of getting to understand the difference between Chernobyl and Livonia. They definitely feel very different. They might look similar, but they definitely feel different. Campfire tripod. You know, I've never used one before. Oh, no, we haven't got much storage space. Okay, so what should happen here is the road should go round to the right. Right, so the road goes round to the right, but there's a path that goes forward that way. So what we want to do is we're going to investigate up here. Then when we come back, we want to go that way. Okay, so let's go and check out what's up here. Is anybody on the server? No, I'm still by myself. So we've got a little. There should be a guardhouse, and there should be a barracks. And of course, the odd zombie. Stephen says, never played DayZ. What's the idea of it? It's combat boots. Okay, so we'll take them. So we've got spare. DayZ is it's an adventure game. It's a survival adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic ex-Soviet Socialist Republic. So like Eastern Europe. That's where it's set. On these massive maps. They're absolutely huge, these maps. Think like Fallout maps, that sort of size. But what's different about DayZ is that there's survival mechanics. So if you look in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you'll see that there's a little bottle, a little apple, temperature, blood and health. And so I've got to make sure that I keep drinking every now and again and keep eating now and again. I stay warm and I bandage my wounds if I start bleeding. Otherwise, you just simply die of starving to death or die of dehydration. And if you do die in DayZ, that's it. There's no respawning with your character. That character is dead, and you'll respawn back at a random start place. In this case, in Livonia, on the north of the map. On Chernobyl, the original game map, you spawn on the beach. It's as if you've been washed up on the beach, and so you've got permadeath. So you've got to be pretty careful. So it's a bit like, I like to think of it as a bit like Fallout, sort of. But what there is not in it, there's no quests, there's no NPCs, there's no storyline, apart from kind of the situation that you're in. There's no progression through the game in terms of leveling up or anything like that. It's all about staying alive, and the progression is finding better and better equipment. So, for example, military clothing, military weapons, military backpacks, night vision goggles, and then you say building a base somewhere so that you can then secure your stuff. Because one of the ways that you can secure your items for future use, just in case you do die, is if you build a base and have things like barrels in that base or sea chests, and anything you put in those sea chests or barrels or tents will stay there for quite a long time, for weeks, so that if you do die, you can make your way back to your base and take that stuff there. And then the game's what you make it then. I mean, there's obviously zombies that are around, there's wolves, there's bears, so just staying alive can be quite challenging. And the kind of flavour that I'm playing here is the private server flavour. So when you play DayZ, you always play online, and normally you play it on a public server. So a public server is, you'll be on it with, say, 59 other people. You get 60 people on a server, and those other people can choose to be friendly to you, they could choose to kill you, they could choose to ignore you, and that's where the real excitement comes in on public servers. Because you'll be somewhere like this, you'll come around a corner and there'll be a guy there, and you can talk to them using the local chat. In this case, what do you do? What do you do? Now, as fun as that is, and as immersive as that is, and as exciting as that is, it can get a bit frustrating, because you can end up dying a lot, and also it can be difficult to find loot, because each version of DayZ, if you like, each server that you play on only has a set amount of loot, and that loot can kind of get concentrated on people's bases and things like that on public servers and private servers too, but on public servers. So sometimes it can be very difficult to find weapons, find nails to build things, find the things you need to survive and have fun in the game. So that's where the private servers come in. So for a fee, you can hire a server off a third-party company called Nitrado, and that then gives you the ability to control who goes onto the server. So, for example, I run 4 servers, 2 for Xbox, 2 for PlayStation, with Livonia and Chernobyl for each. And then, so if we see at the moment, there's nobody else on this server. There's only me. So in this whole area of Livonia, sort of 200 square kilometres or whatever it is, there's only me and a load of zombies, a load of bears, and a load of wolves. That's it. It just gives you a more relaxed version of DayZ, because you don't have to worry about getting shot. And we have certain rules on these servers. Primarily now, these are PvE servers. So anybody who comes into the server who wants to play on it has to agree that it's player versus environment only. We don't shoot each other. We either help each other or we ignore each other. And we respect each other's bases as well. So there is no end game. The end game is survival, which sounds a little bit, you think, oh, but what happens is as you get more and more invested into, say, a life, a run through, you've got more to lose by dying, and so the game gets more and more tense as you go through. When you first spawn in and you've got nothing, it doesn't really matter if you die, who cares? But you know, when maybe you've got an AK-47 rifle with a scope on it, you've got all military gear, you've got a bulletproof vest, you know, you've got a little base with some food in, all of a sudden, you know, it really matters. And although you'll see me kind of dispatching these zombies fairly easily, if you make a mistake and you get, oh, what's that? Some ammo, 7.62 by 39. We'll take that. And you get surrounded by a group of zombies, you know, 3-4 of them, you can die really, really quickly. Really, really quickly. And so yeah, it has this. It's a really strange game. The graphics aren't brilliant. It's very glitchy. It's very buggy. The inventory system is a nightmare. In fact, let me show you something. So, 380. Okay. So let's. So see this pistol here. Okay, so I've got a pistol, right? In order to use the pistol, just like any other game, you know, I can aim down sights, so I can fire it at people. However, if you look at the screen, if you look where the pistol is, you see there's a magazine. That magazine's got 5 bullets in. I have to hand load every bullet into that magazine. In fact, we've got some 380, haven't we? So if I unpack a box of 380, oh, maybe we haven't got 45. Thought we had 380. Yeah, we have. So so I've got a box of bullets in my hand now. Probably can just about see them. So first things first. In fact, let's go down here so there's no zombies around. First things first, I have to unpack the box of bullets. Okay, so the box of bullets is now unpacked. Put them into my inventory. Take my gun, which was this one. So take my gun, but we need to take the magazine out of it. So we take the magazine out of it, put the gun back into my inventory, hold the magazine. So I put that. So the magazine is now in my hand. Probably. Oh, don't load. Then I need to combine the bullets. Where's the big bullet? There they are. So I need to combine the bullets with the magazine. And now my character is now going to load the bullets one by one into the magazine. And then I equip the gun again. Which was it that one? No, it's this one. And finally now I can put that magazine into that gun and use it. So as you can see, it's very convoluted, the way that you've got to do things. You can do loads of other things. You can make fires. You can craft fishing rods. There's there's so much you can do in the game. It's amazing, but it means you have to. Everything takes a long time. You've got to be very considered, and it is strangely addicting. It honestly really is good. I mean, most of the time it's like this. It's like a running simulator, where you're just running through the countryside, listening to the ambient sounds, which are very good. You know, there's no music or anything. You just hear the rustling of the wind in the trees and the animals. And that's it. But it's strangely compelling. Strangely compelling. So, Andrew says, which is your server for PS4? My one's called the Scalespeeder Gaming servers. But you do have to pay. You've got to be over 18 to join. You've got to join our Discord, and it's $2 a month to join, and it's PvE only. So if you think that sounds good, if you go to one of my previous videos, like DayZ PS4 gameplay part 80, in the link down below, you can come to the Discord, check out the rules, which is PvE, respect bases, that sort of stuff. And then you join my Patreon, pay me $2 a month, and then I sort everything out for you. Corte says, which would you recommend, DayZ or Rust? I play on PC. I can't really tell you for that because I've never played Rust, so I don't know. I think you can get DayZ really cheap at the moment though for PC. I think if you go on Steam, I think it's on sale. So if you can pick it up for like a tenner, $10 or something, you know, get it. It is a time sink though. You do spend an awful lot of time in this game without actually getting anything done. Rossi Stanks, brilliant. While holding magazine in the hand and hold triangle, it will load if you have bullets in your inventory. Oh, right, cool. So you don't have to combine. Nice tip there, Rossi. So yeah, so you don't have to combine your bullets with your magazine. You can just reload it. It'll automatically pick the correct bullets from your inventory, which is better than it used to be because you used to have to hunt through and recognise which bullets it was. But Rossi will tell you. I mean, he's in the chats. He's played DayZ for quite a long time now. He'll tell you how compelling this game is. But I liken it to, it's an adventure game. You're having an open world, permadeath adventure. And then if you choose to go onto public servers, you have the added excitement of anybody hiding behind a tree could be there to kill you and eat you, because you can eat people as well, cut them up and eat them. Right, so let's see where this track leads us. Eventually, oh gosh, so we should come across the tracks that go left, and we want to ignore that one. Or do we want to ignore it? If we did take it, where would it take us? Okay, yeah, so it goes left. We want to ignore that. We want to follow it, and it bears round to the northwest. Here we go. I understand that Rust is coming to PlayStation and Xbox this year. Steve says, you still doing your photography? Yes, still do the photography. Not as much as I used to. In fact, I'm currently testing a film camera, a Lomo LCA Plus, which the Lomography sent me to review. Unfortunately, every time I have a day off, the weather's been terrible. But I'm currently halfway through a roll of 35mm film. I'll send that off. I'm not quite as hot on the photography stuff as I used to be, mainly because I did so much with it. You know, on the Rob Nunn Photo, Scalespeeder photography channel, stroke tech channel. I mean, I made hundreds and hundreds of videos, as I have on this channel. The thing about the photography ones, though, is that they took quite a lot of work to do, and I ended up having kind of saying everything that I needed to say, I think, about photography. You know, I did all the technical videos about how to use film cameras and digital cameras and flashes, all this sort of thing. All of which I've probably forgotten by now. And I probably got a little... yeah, I won't lie, I probably got a little bit disillusioned with photography as well. Mainly just about the... it's... A big part of taking nice photographs and interesting photographs is it's what they mean to you personally, and that's the most important thing I think about photographs. You know, recording moments in time for posterity, not art. Funnily enough, because art photography can kind of come and go, but those photographs that you take on your phone and things like that right, here we go. So we've got a four-way junction now. So we want to carry on going this way, and it should sharply bend round to the left in a minute. Or do we want to be going that way? That one sharply bends round to the left, doesn't it? You know, no, this is where we want to go. Right, yeah. And I guess the art side of photography, you know, taking nice arty photographs, I kind of got a little bit disillusioned with. Mainly because there was so much manipulation going on in photographs, you know. And after a while as well, you start to see the same subjects being covered again and again and again. And also, you start to see almost the same, I know this language is probably a little bit strong as well, but the same lies from websites and magazines about how to take nice photographs, you know, what makes a good photograph. And you also start to see the same photographs, you know, the same style of photographs again and again and again and again. And it's like, no, you know, what the most important thing about a photograph is what it means to you personally or your loved ones, you know, when you kind of record that moment in time. And then if you're taking art photographs, obviously you have the idea of shape and image, you know, and line, subject, composition and light, if everybody remembers that podcast. But a lot of that really depends on your subject as well. You know, what are you taking a picture of? You know, how important is that picture, that thing in the picture? How striking is it? How beautiful is it? What does it mean? And you see lots of meaningless photos, yeah, where the subject isn't that great. Right, okay, so and you end up with a situation where lots of people create content in order to make you feel like you need to know more when you probably don't, because with hello, someone's on the roof. Where you're stuck up there, you can't get down. The secret to photography and taking a great photograph, the number one secret is to take lots of photographs. Get close, that's a big one, and take lots of photographs. Take lots of them. You know, so a good hit rate for a professional photographer is probably, and this is a professional photographer, someone who's trained in photography, who kind of knows what they're doing. A good hit rate is 1 in 100. So, you know, so they'll take 100 photos to get one good one. So, you know, if you think about that for a bit, so you think, oh right, okay, so I need to take 100 photos to get one good one. And everything else, the stuff about, you know, the best camera to use and all that sort of stuff. Cameras are so good. I mean, the cameras on your phone now are probably are better than the digital cameras we had 5 years ago, digital SLRs and things. But they were good enough anyway, because a good photograph isn't really anything to do with it being technically good, unless it's a scientific photo or something like that, or maybe wildlife photography. You could argue that. Okay, so let us finish off this water. Right, let's fill this up. Let us have... Should we have something else to eat? Let's have some more pork. Right. Let me have a look at the quick map. Right, so we're actually in a town called Sobotka now. Steve says, the last time we saw each other was, I think, 4 years ago, and you were well into it, Ian. Yeah, that long ago. Good evening, Moxie. Good evening, good evening, good evening, sir. So we've got Moxie in the chat and Ross in the snake. It's the old gang back together. Right, okay. So, let us think about where we're going to go next. Where are we going to go next? So, we can carry on going west. Let's have a look. Actually, we're not that far from Topolin now. I reckon we could make a run on Topolin, I reckon. We've got enough food, we've got more than enough water. So if we headed... let's work this out. Excuse me. So we've got... let's have a look at this junction. Right, so that junction bears round to the left, doesn't it? So I want to... does that road? No. Right, okay, so I want to follow this road. And then... there's another... yeah, there's the shop. Brilliant. Okay, so we'll have a quick look in the shop. It's always good to have a look at these. You never know what you might find. Could do with finding some medicine. Not because I'm ill, but just in case I do get ill. So, magazine. For a gun. Oh, a bear trap. Oh. Oh. A bear trap. Now the question is, can you use a bear trap to capture a bear? I don't think you can. I think you can only use bear traps to damage people, can't you? Okay. So we want to go this way. And this will end up taking us to the river, I think. How are you anyway, Steve? Good evening, Patrick. Thank you for joining the stream. How you doing, Moxie? Are you having a good weekend? Thanks again for the extra work. In fact, we may even get to my base back at Topolin, if I'm going the right way. What I'm hoping to see in a minute is the river. That should be quite a while, actually. I complete the final touches on your base, however, you need to organise the inventory as I died of blood loss. Oh, dude! How did you die of... I guess you were attacked by zombies. Tell us the story, Rory. Or Moxie. If you're in the chat and you haven't hit that like button already, really appreciate if you did. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you want to be notified every time I go online or upload, hit the bell. However, I will warn you, I do tend to upload lots of videos, so don't press that if if you might get annoyed, because I do enjoy uploading like at least one video a day. Right, these bunkers are cool, aren't they? Jungle boots. Let's get rid of them. Let's put some jungle boots on, eh? Is that a compass? I see. At last, a compass. We haven't had a compass for ages. Can't remember last time I saw a compass. Oh, look at that. We've now got a compass. Dunk. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay. So here is the... It's a deer, isn't it, I think? Here's the railway track. Which means the river is just over here. Look at that. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. So now, literally all we have to do is follow this river all the way to Topolin. It's quite a long way, but what the hell? What have we got better to do apart from chat away, enjoy the countryside, and hope we don't get attacked by a bear or wolves. Although I could just jump in the water, couldn't I? That would work. I just kiboshed it, didn't I? It started raining. Great. Although I don't... So Moxie in the chat says, I left the gate open and a zombie got in, and as I had run out of bandages and had 2 cuts, but I'd finished the build and gave it a spring clean, I'm happy with the fresh start. Alright dude, well thank you very much. Patrick says, may I ask you about Modern Warfare? Of course! Love talking about Modern Warfare as well. My 2 favourite games at the moment are DayZ and Modern Warfare. I would normally stream Modern Warfare on a Sunday night, but I fancy playing a bit more DayZ, to be honest. Right, where are we? Let me just check the map. Okay, I think I know where we are. Should be here. Yeah, okay. While we're here, we might as well have a look. They're notoriously empty, aren't they, these little... This annoys me. You should be able to hit this with a hammer or dismantle it and get drinks out of it. Maybe a low chance of whacking it and a drink falls out. Another thunderstorm, second one of the day. Wow, they've got that sound of thunder dead on, haven't they? Really have. So, Patrick, what was your question about Modern Warfare? So Patrick says, how can I position myself better in a large map like Krobnik Farmland, Port of Verdansk? Every time I get shot, but in a smaller map such as Hackney, I get 15 kills. So I guess you're playing ground war. What I found is, I don't know if you've seen my videos about ground war, but I have my most successful games when I give myself a strategy for that game and then pick a loadout to go with it and then stick to that strategy. So if we take Krobnik Farmland, for example, probably my favourite ground war map, I've got three strategies I run. One's called Recon, one's called Assault, and one's called Rearguard. If you're running the Recon strategy, your job is to simply go to the flag closest to the enemy's spawn and try and take that flag. And the typical loadout will be your favourite assault rifle, and you'll want to use the tactical insertion, you know, the flare as your field upgrade, so that you put your tactical insertion down, and if you get killed you don't have to run all the way back from a flag, you can be straight there. And your job is literally to hang around, say the flag nearest the enemies is the A flag, you know, and your home flag is the E flag. Your job is to get to the A flag, put your tactical respawn point, your tactical insertion down, and then try and kill everybody on that flag. Or generally they buggered off by then anyway, and take the flag and then defend it. And also you'll be near to the spawn, so you get lots of armour coming through, so make sure you've got like your pillar lock rocket launcher, and you've got your incendiary grenades. I always forget what they're called, because they're very good at taking out enemy armour, you know, 2 of them and a rocket, and you'll destroy a tank. And stick to that, and make that as your job, and that way you'll get to know that area very, very well. You know, around the A flag, for example, you'll know, you know, how to get up on top of the buildings, the best viewpoints from inside the buildings, the flanks over to the left and the right, all that sort of stuff. And do that for the entire match. Just keep pushing to that A flag and harassing the enemy there. The other strategy I use is called Assault, and with the Assault method strat, or again, you run with the tactical insertion flare and your favourite weapon, you know, assault rifle or whatever, but your job is to always go after the C flag, you know, the one in the middle, the one that makes the difference. If your team has their home flag, the next flag and the C flag, you know, they'll win the game. So your job is, you get near the C flag, you drop your tactical insert flare, and then you just fight, take the C flag and hold the C flag. And again, you get to know that area very, very well, because one of the big problems with ground war, because the maps are so big, you never get to really know parts of the map very well like you do with the multiplayer maps, like say with Hackney Yard, where you'll know it like the back of your hand. If you stick to the same area over and over again and do the same job over and over again, you get to really know it. And you'll know, for example, on Krobnik Farmland, when you're on C, if D starts to go down behind you, you can run back to, there's a little farm building, you can jump onto the roof and you can see the D flag from it, and you can shoot people from it. And you do that, and that can be very successful. And then the final strategy I use is called Rearguard. And quite simply, in Rearguard, your job is to defend and hold the flags closest to your spawn. So on Krobnik Farmland it would be, I think it's the E flag, isn't it? So your job would be to defend that flag. So when you get people coming around, especially armour coming around, because they'll drive all the way from their home spawn to try and take your flag, your job is there to hit them with your rocket launcher, hit them with your incendiary grenades, and defend it. And generally you don't need to use the tactical insertion when you're running that strategy, because you can just spawn at your home spawn and run up to the flag, and you don't even need to run the munitions one either. You don't have to run the ammo crate, because there's an ammo crate obviously on every flag anyway, but there's an ammo crate at your home spawn, and I tend to run stopping power with that one, or if you fancy a bit of fun, run the recon drone from there. And I found that if you have one of those strategies for the whole game, you'll really get to know those areas better, and your kill rate will go up a lot higher. I hope that helps. Yeah, and you'll also get to know where say you're on the C flag at Krovnik Farmland, you'll get to know where the snipers are on other places and know how to avoid them or take them out. And it's especially good, say the recon tactic on is it Tovorsk district, is it? The one with all the skyscrapers? Because if you go to where the enemy spawn is, where they're say it's the A flag or the E flag, whichever, the snipers aren't looking there, they're all looking in the other direction, so they tend to leave you alone quite a bit. And the other thing I would say is with ground war, treat it as fun. You know, I don't treat ground war as serious as I treat the normal multiplayer. Although, I mean, I have fun in all of it, but ground war, I think, it's more like a cinematic experience. What is a sentry grenade? I think you're probably talking about the snap grenade. So the snap grenade is the one you throw it, and when it goes off, it highlights all the enemies nearby. So that you would use it. Say you wanted to go inside a room. Say you were playing hardpoint, and you wanted to or search and destroy is a classic one, where you wanted to go inside a room, but you thought there were enemies are in that room and you want to know where they are. You could throw a snapshot grenade in there. The grenade would go off. It shows you where the enemies are, highlights them, and then you can pre-aim and pre-fire into the corners where they're hiding. I don't use them. I tend to run sticky grenade, the Semtex grenade, and smoke, or claymores sometimes if I'm playing hardpoint. Right, let's see if we can get a move on. I think we're quite lucky we've got all that meat in our pockets and in our backpack. It's kind of keeping us warm, I think. Let's put some in there, that'll keep our trousers warm. See how we get warmer when you put the cooked meat in your pockets. So have a quick look at the map. So, pretty sure... Yeah, the railway should take me all the way to Topolin. It's probably one of the quickest ways of getting there as well. It's a lot of campers, you know. Yeah, you get, and the thing I'd say is, camping with a sniper rifle is an awful lot of fun. I was playing Euphrates Bridge earlier on, TDM, 20-man TDM 10 versus 10, and there's nothing I like better in TDM than getting out my HDR sniper rifle and hanging around on the safe side of the bridge and just sniping other snipers and people as they're running through, because that one-shot headshot or one-shot body shot kill is so much fun when you take people out of it. So I understand how why people do it, because it feels great to kill somebody with one bullet. Really does. But it does. It is a bit of a pain for people trying to play the objective. But again, that's why you always, you use the tactical insertion so that you spawn inside a building, so you're safe, and you're not spending all of that time running along from flag to flag, where you know that's what snipers are looking for. You know that if someone's on the B flag, say defending it, they know people are going to be coming from C, and that's what they're looking for. Whereas if you're just staying on the one flag all the time, you're much less likely to get sniped. And I found it more fun. No, I'm not a sniper man at all. I can't. I'm really rubbish with snipers. Really rubbish with snipers. But they are fun to use. Once in a while, whip one out, and I find it's best to use them with overkill, so that you have your primary weapon as a sniper. Well, it depends which way you want to do it, and your secondary is an assault rifle or a submachine gun, and then you run around using your assault rifle most of the time, and then when you get a nice long field of view, you whip out your sniper. Though it's arguable that an LMG with a scope on it is better than a sniper rifle. But it depends. I mean, if you can hit somebody first time quickly, then the sniper has the fastest time to kill because it's instant. Right, looks like the rain's starting to ease off. I do believe we can see the towers of Thingamabob in the distance. The towers of Topolin. Topolin? Topolin? Something like that. We've just got a couple of kilometres to go. Patrick says, I sometimes find it unclear, the map, I mean. You're talking about Modern Warfare? Right. Yeah. Mr. Meep says, is this your PvE server? It is indeed. In fact, at the moment, it's PV me. Because there's nobody else. I tell you what, this is new, isn't it? Look at this building. Don't get these buildings in Chernerus. There's only me, so I've got the whole of Livonia to myself. Woo. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are there all those zombies there? Look at them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the buggers. There's another one there. See if we can sneak between them. There's another one there. Oh god, look, there's loads of them. This is not good. This is not good at all. This is a heavy spawn of zombies. Let's go this way. I suppose as we're here we might as well have a look. Box headlight bulb. Right, we should be coming into Topolin fairly soon. Never approached it from this angle before. I'd say we probably are in Topolin now. We've passed the city limits. It'd be nice if they could sort the doors out, wouldn't it? So they don't whack you out of the way or make you get stuck. No, we don't need any more multivitamins. Speaking of multivitamins, I don't think I've had mine today, have I? Where are they? Let's pop a couple down. Mox says, I encountered 17 zombies the other day and an extra 5 that were chasing a pig. Yes. When we were playing the Run Die Retry night the other night, we tried to take out the guy I was with tried to take out a cow, but we ended up with a zombie chasing the cow, and it kept chasing the cow away, scaring the cow all the time, so we couldn't catch up with it. This zombie would not leave this cow alone. It's quite funny. Well, there was that time where I got attacked by wolves in Chernarus, and the zombies killed all the wolves. That was quite impressive. Okay, so we need to look out for... We're getting quite close now. So I think when we hit this, where this big... So I think we turn left in a minute. Starts to chug a bit, doesn't it? And built up areas. Yeah, it definitely has a 28 days, well, sorry, more than 28 months after feel, doesn't it? So there's the police station. Alright, okay, so we're pretty close actually. Is it up here then? Yeah, it's up here. You know, everything seems like, you know, the zombie apocalypse was like things like these barriers. You know, the zombie apocalypse was a little bit further back in time than it is in Chernarus. In Chernarus, it's like just probably happened in the last few weeks. Patrick says, is the M4 your favourite weapon? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, right, here we go. I almost didn't recognise it. You look at this. Let's just take a step back and admire Moxie's handiwork. Look at this. My God, sir, you have been very, very busy indeed. Look, you've even put a metal gate on it. Wow. That is amazing. And can I see... Yeah, there's another... You've given me another tent, haven't you, sir? Thank you very, very much. Right. Let's have a look, because I can't remember the code for... So, the code is... 1319. So let's see if I remember how to do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've gone past it. One more. There we go. Let's pick that up. Right, let's have a look. Wowzer. Look at this. Oh, you've... oh my God. Dude, this must have taken you forever. So many... This is too much. Wow. You've got to come and take some of these wooden crates, mate. Right, this isn't all my... This can't be all my stuff. You've got to come and take some of this stuff. There's way too much here. There's nails. You know I'm not a big builder. Wow, but thank you very, very much. Spare boots. You've been very busy. Oh, what have we got here? A barrel with multivitamins in. Oh look, that's spawned in. Let's grab that. Let's go and put that. That could be very useful actually, jerry can. See, just think. Oh, look at all these guns. Wow. Wowzer. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. That's amazing. Actually, maybe we'll make this. Do you think this should be the trading area where people could come and trade? Oh, there's food. See, look, see, I go searching around for like hours, and I just come back with this lot that I've got in my backpack. And I come here, and you've found so much stuff. More nails. Make sure you come and take these nails, because you're more likely to use them than I am. Although I could do some building tutorial videos for YouTube, but what else we got here? Wow. This is a base and a half. Oh, some work gloves. Right, let's get rid of these NPC gloves because they're a bit crap. Look at this. All blocked off. Wow. Amazing. Well, thank you very much, sir. That is very, very good. But as I say, make sure you come and take some of this stuff because there's way too much for me to use. Is this a car we can fix? It's not, is it? Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're probably going to call it an evening. Because we've been streaming for quite a while now. Almost an hour and a bit. We've come back to Topolin. We've come back to where we wanted to be. We've seen this amazing base that Moxie has put together for me again. And yeah, I think we've definitely got enough supplies to go on a bear hunt soon over the next few days. So look out for that. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming along for the stream tonight. Very, very good. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Good night.